according to the Presidential Commission on Election Administration. But in the 2018 primaries, nearly half of Latino voters and black voters waited an average of 45% longer than white voters. That's in large part because people of color tend to live in communities where there are fewer electoral resources, a problem that can be traced to one 2013 Supreme Court decision. In the 1965 Voting Rights Act, there was a provision that said any new election laws from states with a history of discrimination needed federal oversight and approval before implementation. The provision was meant to be temporary, but was renewed several times due to its success in decreasing the voter turnout gap between whites and black Americans. But in 2013, the Supreme Court overturned it, citing rising voter turnout rates in minority neighborhoods. In other words, the provision was deemed no longer needed. 24 hours after the Supreme Court decision, Texas, Mississippi, and Alabama enforced photo ID laws that previously were barred under the provision. Proponents of the law say these policies combat voter fraud, but 11% of eligible voters, mainly people who are young and in poorer rural neighborhoods, do not have government-issued photo IDs. Polling closures also increased since 2013. In Arizona and Georgia, 1 in 5 voting locations closed. In Texas, more than 1 in 10 closed. And in Louisiana and Mississippi, 1 in 20 closed. The closures mostly occurred in minority neighborhoods. And even with mail-in ballots, some states are not expanding the privilege during a nationwide pandemic, increasing fears that this year, voting might lead to less turnout or higher infection rates.
Hey, what's up, people? Hold on, let me press pause. Okay. Hey, what's up, people? I am really starting to think Tariq is an agent really bad. Oh, a lot of them are agents. But I think Tariq is an agent because he keeps trying to tell black people not to vote. If he doesn't want to vote, that's good for him. He has more money than us. The things that we need, he's not gonna need health care. He's not gonna sit up here and buy my mom's insulin and stuff like that. So he telling people not to vote over reparations. Why don't he tell people to segregate, right? Separate themselves. I told y'all, I said, the only way for black people to get any type of freedom and stay here where we were, born from our ancestors and ancestors from slavery. I don't believe that black people were originally here. I think that we came here during slavery, and people need to stop saying that black people are Indian, because I paid for my education at Buffalo State College, and what I learned in U.S. history was a lot of black people, ran away. And because the Native Americans, their numbers were low, right? So they let some black people take refuge where they were at, right? And they assimilated because they needed more numbers, right? So those people and those Indians, that's why you see Indian black people, is not because they were originally there. It was because they went there for refuge. And then they meshed with, some of the natives. And that's why you see, dark skin, Indian looking black people and stuff like that on those reservation pictures. It's not because, we were already here. We came from Africa, right? So I don't want to hear that bullshit. You want to believe that? Go ahead. I don't believe that bullshit. My hand's black from me dyeing my hair. And then I just think that I heard them say prior that Trump needed, black people not to vote, right? He wants black people not to vote. And now we have people just coming out trying to discourage black people to vote, not to vote. And it's like they so weak they listen to what they say. I just weigh my options. I don't think any of them are going to do anything for black people. I got dye on me too. I don't think any of them are going to do anything for black people. The only way for us to truly, truly be free is to separate. Y'all don't want to separate, so, leave it be. Y'all want to be with these people. You want to mingle with them. You want to wipe yourself out. I think a lot of black people want to wipe themselves out and stuff like that. Instead of telling black people not to vote, why don't you tell black people to stay away from dating out of their race and wiping themselves out? Why don't you tell black people to stop looking for that good white person? They all not bad. Some is good. Like, come on. Why don't you tell them that you got a white mother-in-law? Like, get the fuck out of here. Or you sitting here talking this pro-black stuff, and then you're so confused. Like, you calling biracials black. They're not black. And I don't dislike somebody because they're biracial. I'm not childish like that because, people are already made. I'm not going to make none. But they're here, and that's not their fault, right? I don't care. But don't sit and say Mariah Carey or somebody is the same as me. I'm black. I look different. I am different. I got 2 black parents, right? Oh, my eyes look so sleepy. That's from that mascara and stuff. And rubbing my eyes from my allergies. But anyway, it's from, they're not the same. They're not the same. But I heard them say that they need black people. Trump and them said, campaign manager said, like the other year when he first was running, they needed black people not to vote. And they doing the same thing. They even taking where people that drop off ballots they took in some states, and it's only one. They're trying to stop people, in places where it's a lot of black people or Democrats. They trying to stop them from voting. And don't think I like the Democrats. They don't do anything for black people. Because like I said, we don't have a representative to come up with bills and stuff and present it to these people. So I don't want to hear the complaining. You don't like the shit that's going on, separate. I never hear nobody. Me by myself is not enough to separate. If it was a group of people and wasn't going to be like a cult or something, black people could take and buy a big chunk of land and even get some of them trailers built and have their own security and build from there. Harvest their own land, toil their own land, right? You could come out, sell shit, some type of product everybody might need or something like that. But it's mighty odd to me that people going around telling black people not to vote. It's mighty odd to me. It seems very, weird. If you don't want to vote, fine. But why are you trying to convince everybody? And black people are the most following motherfuckers. Like, whatever the person whose chat room, whatever way they're going, that's the way all the people, I'm not doing this. Because another motherfucker said that. Y'all motherfuckers ain't going to buy my mother insulin. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I'm voting. The main thing I'm voting for is health care. You think I like seeing black people killed? That's a priority to me too, because I have a son. I have a young son, and I worry about if the cops will do something to him, pull him over, shoot him. That's a worry for me also. So I don't really like the Democrats. But do I think the Democrats are worse than the Republicans? No, get the fuck out of here. The motherfuckers don't even want black people to vote. Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. That shit is dummy shit. Tariq said not to vote. Tariq tell y'all to step away from white pussy or white dick. Right? Fuck out of here with that dumb shit. Then quoting Nelly Fuller, and he don't even want us to be dating interracially. It fucks up your mind, your clarity. You don't even feel right or look right looking at that shit. Fuck out of here. It's weird. It's weird. Bunch of motherfuckers. And they always looking at you like what the fuck you looking at me for? Yeah, I think you look fucked up. I think that shit crazy. But anyway, like I was saying, I think dude is an agent. And I showed my brother Senji, and he was like, I don't like it. It's an android. Is that an android? I was like, no, that's this lady. And he was like, but she looks like a robot. I was like, you gotta see her talk. Like, she talk like Captain Spock, right? But he said, you heard what I said. It's a robot. I called her it. Because she makes me uncomfortable looking at her. But anyway. Alright, peace out. Bye, y'all. Y'all take care. I'm gonna have to try to scrub this crap off of me. And my tooth hurts. Alright, bye. Bye.